So today I wanted to share with you guys why I am so passionate about maintaining muscle strength. So my senior year of college, I was on my commute to school and came to a stoplight, looked up just in time to see a truck barrel into the back of my car and just completely totaled my car. My head hit the dashboard, and going and getting x-rays after, my spine had been bent backwards from about here up. So all of these muscles were just inflamed, damaged. I couldn't even drive as a passenger in the car for a while because I couldn't stop my head from hitting my chest every time that the car would brake. So it took about a year of time after that, working, regaining that strength, building up the muscles in my neck and shoulders again. And so I know how hard it is to regain strength after you've lost it, and I want no one to have to deal with that. I want people to, whether it's through an acute or a chronic thing, sometimes it's one event that changes your life forever, like what happened with me, and sometimes it's just the slow day-to-day neglect of not maintaining that strength that causes people to lose it. And either way, I want to help you guys avoid that, especially when we're trying to lose weight. What can happen is if we don't maintain the muscle, our body can burn muscle as we lose weight and we lose that strength, and I don't want that for you. So we're gonna do a resistance training workout as we're trying to lose weight. This will be focusing on the arms and shoulders, maintaining those muscles in your upper body. We're going to be focusing on the bicep, tricep, and deltoid muscle, these large muscles of the arm, so that we can maintain muscle health and strength. So if you'd like to join me, this is going to be a dumbbell workout using dumbbells and a bench. If you don't have a bench, you could also use a chair or something along those lines. So we're going to start out with a warm-up, and I'm going to grab a bench. You could do this laying on a bed as well if you do not have a bench. So this is going to be a bicep curl, but we're going to do this laying down. So this really elevates this movement because it lengthens that bicep especially, so we're strengthening it at the lengthened position. So for this, what you're going to do is start from here, and you're going to bring the dumbbells down, straightening your elbow down, tap the dumbbells to the ground, then bend your elbow, bring them back up. So it's going out straight, trying to reach down toward your toes, and then pulling back up. Now this really puts a lot of tension on the bicep, so I would start with a light weight and then work your way up to what's challenging. So it's if you usually do a heavier dumbbell for curls, start lighter than you would expect, and then you can always go heavier. It will sneak up on you really quickly though. We're gonna do about 10 reps of this to warm up that bicep. You should feel that tension as you go down to the ground. So this is our bicep exercise, doing a bench bicep curl. Next thing we're gonna do is for the tricep. So you're gonna have your hands over the top of your shoulders with your thumbs pointed in. From here, you're gonna bring your hands where your thumbs are down, pointed towards your ears, trying to keep your elbows up above your shoulders. So going down to your ears, and then back out straight. Now this is a slight variation on a skull crusher. Usually we do this with thumbs pointed down like this. Today we're going to do it with thumbs pointed in. I find that's a little more comfortable on the elbow. There might be a little bit more chest in doing it like this because the elbows flare a little bit more out. But that is okay. Just try and keep your elbows up and as much as you can pointed up towards the ceiling, keeping those elbows in. Doing about 10 of these to warm up. Now I'm going to grab a heavier dumbbell. So our goal with this is we're trying to get a quick workout for the arms. So we're going to be doing these in what's called supersets. So we're doing this as a pair of exercises. So going from one exercise to the other. So I'm going to do biceps and then immediately after going straight into triceps. So this is our bicep movement. Doing a bench curl, starting with your hands right up by your shoulders, then going down, tapping the dumbbell to the ground, and then back up. We're going to try for about 10 reps. So the dumbbell should be heavy enough where you feel it's challenging to get 10, but you can complete a total of 10 reps. And that was 5, trying to go for 10 total. Going all the way down, tap the ground, and come back up. It should be challenging right here. You should feel that burn in that bicep. And that was 10. Now bring your hands up above your shoulders, thumbs pointed in. We're going to do a skull crusher, bringing your hands down to where your thumbs are pointed at your ears, keeping those elbows up. Now the reason we keep the elbows up is because it really stretches that tricep to keep the elbows higher than the shoulder. So our goal is to create maximum tension in that tricep muscle. Again, trying for about 10 reps as much as you can. Keep those elbows pointed at the ceiling. As I go down, I don't quickly bounce back. I don't use my muscle like a rubber band. Try and hold for a moment and then come back up. So I'm not bouncing out of the movement. That's where injury can happen in that what's called plyometric movements. One more. And 10. Now, if you feel this more in your chest, you're probably flaring your elbows too much. Try and tuck those elbows in. So instead of having your elbows out like this, try and pull them in to your rib cage. And they'll help reduce that chest. You're not relying on those chest muscles. So, going back to our bicep curl, starting with your hands right up by your shoulders, we're going to do 3 sets of this in total. So this is set number 2. Going down to the ground, tap, and come back up. So we're really working those bicep muscles in that lengthened position. So you're bringing your hands down to the ground, back up. That's 3. We're going for about 10 of these. Should feel that burning in your bicep. Last one. And 10. And now bring your hands up, going back to a skull crusher. Bring your thumbs down to your ears, try and keep your elbows up above shoulder level. So I'm not letting the elbows drop down, keeping them up here, hands down to your ears, and then come back up. should feel that in the back of your arm. Feel that burning sensation. Last one. And relax. All right, so that was set number 2. Got one more set to go, but we'll grab a quick drink of water. So we're working all the muscles of the upper arms, working that bicep with the bicep curl, or with a bench curl, which runs from here in the front of your shoulder all the way down into your elbow. Now this muscle actually works up here. That's why we're really bringing that shoulder back in the bench curl, because it actually attaches up at the shoulder. So that position really elevates or elongates that muscle more, and that's where we get that additional strength in a lengthened position, in that tension position. Now, same thing with the skull crusher. Keeping my elbow up here puts tension on that tricep muscle. So as I come back, I have extra tension. The elbow is down here. It reduces that tension, so I'm not getting as effective of a exercise on that tricep. I still might feel it in my tricep, but not in the largest section of the tricep, that long head of the tricep, which goes all the way up here into the shoulder. It actually attaches up at that shoulder blade. So we're gonna do one more set, and then we'll move on. So grabbing your dumbbells, try and do at least 3 sets of an exercise to build that muscle. So from here, one more set of curls going down, tap the dumbbell to the ground, and then back up. Really trying to bring your hands down towards your feet. You want to lengthen that muscle as much as possible. Now, if it's painful, try lighter dumbbell. Oh. Oh, man, that last set that I hit about 7 and that muscle gave out. That's okay. As long as you hit more than 5 reps, we aim for somewhere around 10, but if you feel like you got to 6 or 7 and you just can't lift it up again, there's nothing there, that's okay. That means you got everything you can out of the muscle. So I'm stopping there. I'm gonna go into triceps for one more set. So palms facing away from you, so your thumbs are pointed in, bending the elbow, and then coming back up to the front, trying for somewhere between 5 and 10 reps. Remember, try and keep that elbow up above your shoulder. So hands come back to your head. Two more. Should feel burning in the back of your arm right now. And 10, and relax. All right. So those were our arm exercises. Now we're gonna move to some shoulder exercises. So we're gonna be working the deltoid muscle, which is that ball of muscle right around the ball and socket of your shoulder. Now for the dumbbells, I'd start with a light dumbbell for this. It's a pretty intense exercise. We're gonna do a lateral raise, but we're gonna do a variation on that. Instead of lifting up to the side like this, we're going to instead get a wall or something sturdy. Gonna lean against that wall so that you're tilted away from your dumbbell arm. Now what this does is it adds to that tension down at the bottom of the movement, because normally right in this range, unless we're leaned away, there's no resistance in that movement. So we're adding some resistance at the very bottom of this movement. So you're gonna lift up to shoulder height and back down. Now, for some people, going up past here is painful because the way their shoulder is put together. There's a nerve that runs in what's called the subacromial space, which is just a piece of bone in your shoulder. It's the space right underneath that bone. Now, for some people, going up this high pushes that nerve into the bone, and it's painful. If that's you, don't go up above your head. Just go to shoulder height and then back down. That's okay. There's everyone's put together a little bit differently. Some people have a little more space there, some people have a little less. And if that hurts for you, we don't want to hurt that nerve. It's the same nerve that's in your funny bone. And if you've ever hit your funny bone, you know it's not very enjoyable. So we don't want to hurt that nerve. The advantage of lifting above your shoulder, if you can, is you get some more trap activation, which are these muscles up here. So we're working the deltoid from here to here, but then the traps, these upper muscles of the neck, lift up past the shoulder. So leaning away, doing the same count on each side. So if you can, lift up to above your head if it's comfortable. If you have no pain, there shouldn't be any numbness or tingling. If you have any of those symptoms, don't do it. Just go to where you can feel a pain-free range. I'm trying to do 10 each side. And then switch to the other side. So while we're working one side, the other side's recovering, so we can go right back into a second set on the other side, leaning away from my dumbbell arm, lateral raising up to the side. Should feel burning right about now. Oh, and same thing on the other side. Now try and not swing with your body as you're doing this. Keep your body stable. Lift up to the side and back down. Oh, and back to the other side. We've got 10 more to do each side. This is maintaining that shoulder muscle. So we're building strength or maintaining strength, depending. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water real quick. And so leaning away, lifting up to the side. Got 10 more on each side. That was 5 more, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and relax. Now you might feel as you get more tired, your traps engage a bit more. It's okay, but try and do as much as you can through that deltoid so we're not overly relying on the traps. So lifting up to the side. Like I said, they engage some, but we want to use the traps more for when you lift above the shoulder up here. We don't want to rely on them on below that shoulder lift. Two more. And relax. So that is our arm and shoulder workout for today. We worked that bicep, tricep, and deltoid muscle, all with 3 exercises. So if you like these live streams and want to see more, I host them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We work on maintaining muscle strength through resistance training together. So hope to see you guys then. This live stream is at 11 a.m. Pacific time. See you then.